We're live. We're live. We're live.
Morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing today, babe?
I'm good.
All right, so am I. I am doing good. I'll be better in just
There's
a
a
second.
R&B song that goes, "Whatever you want, girl, you know I can provide whatever you need. 'Cause something 25, whatever you want."
I've heard of that song, but I haven't heard, or maybe I just. Sometimes you hear this stuff that's supposed to be background, and it filters into you as if it's foreground stuff. Good morning, Happy New Year.
Look at the gang's all here already. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Good morning, Miss Vivian. Good morning, Sister Beverly.
Whatever
Good
you
morning.
want.
Girl, you know I can provide.
That's in the
whatever you
background.
need.
Whatever you need.
Because it's the blunt blank, and then he says 25. I can't get it. But the point is, he's lying anyway. But this is another one of those lying R&B songs. There's a bunch of them.
2021, let's go.
That's right. What do you want? The classic book, Think and Grow Rich, says.
Did you bring it upstairs?
No, I didn't need to. Oh. The whole book memorized. But the first chapter the first is talking about thoughts or things. Thoughts are things. And he tells a great story about how this guy named Barnes thought himself into a partnership with the great Thomas Edison. You know, he wanted to be a business partner of Edison. Edison hired him as a lowly position, but he always thought about himself being in business with Edison, not working for Edison.
Okay.
He ended up getting it. And the story is Edison had this invention called a dictograph, where you could speak and then type. Okay. And the salespeople weren't excited about it. They couldn't sell it. And Barnes said, "I'll sell it for you. I'll sell it. I'll be the salesperson." And I said, "Okay, you'll be the salesperson." He sold millions of them. Okay. So anyway, but that's not the point. The point is the first real chapter of the book is called Desire, the starting point of all riches. And what we're going to talk about today is, what do you want? Because what we have learned as a couple is when we take the time to decide what we want and we write it down and we take actions towards it, as if by magic, we get it.
So are you saying we're going to do our vision board today?
It could be in that 12 o'clock meeting.
Or you scheduled the 12 o'clock meeting with me?
Yes, I did, baby.
Was it approved?
Oh, God. When you know you're in a 2021 relationship, when you have to schedule time with your busy wife.
And confirm that it's been accepted.
I don't know if it's been accepted or not. Oh, golly. But I am so happy to see you, Sister Beverly, as well. Good morning to everyone that chose to join us. What do you want?
I thought today was a day off. Like, honestly, I was going to get up and work, but I didn't know we were going to do the show.
We have to do the show.
I know. I'm glad we're doing the show. I'm glad. But I think in my mind, I was like, New Year's Day is not a work day, but it really is.
For a lot of people, yes.
Well, but the supermarket is open.
The supermarket is open?
Dollar Tree is open.
We're going to the supermarket today.
We're going to Dollar Tree too.
Okay, we can do
because I want to get the 8.5 by 14 frames to do. The 11 by 14 frames to do the vision board in. I love doing a vision board in something that you can display.
Okay. We could do that then at 12.
Yeah, I think it would be cute.
Well, can we do that and our planning in less than an hour? Because I have a 1 o'clock appointment.
I don't think so.
Really?
No. So, good morning, other than that. Good morning, Leanne.
We'll do later then. We'll do the planning first. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Good morning, Leanne. What do you want? We want to talk today about desire. What is it that you want to have happen? Because we want to use consistent positive direction language. We want to talk about and think about what we want as opposed to what we don't want. Mm-hmm. We also want to talk about what do you want, consistent positive direction language, and goals and targets for the year.
Yeah. You know what? I woke up in my head over and over and over again.
When I wake up, people take up mostly all of my time.
In my mind, I kept hearing, "Dear God, it's me, Margaret. Dear God, it's me, Margaret.
You won't believe what I was hearing all morning, but go ahead.
What?
I've been in this game for years. It's made me an animal. So I wrote me a manual, the 10 Crack Commandments, my biggie.
I cannot. Brittany said, I forgot today was Friday. Well, I kept hearing, help me with this light, because
okay, if you move your chair over a little bit. I
kept hearing, Dear God, it's me, Margaret. And for those of you who are of a certain age,
yes,
that was
the Bloom books.
Yeah, and we all read them like around 12, 13 years old. Mostly girls read them.
I read them just because it was popular.
Yeah, and so, but that title has kind of stuck with me my entire life. Whenever, and this morning particularly, it was, Dear God, it's me, Margaret, and then it switched, Dear God, it's me, Lisa. Here's everything that I've learned from what you taught this year.
Wow. What a great year to learn. 2020 came in and said, y'all gonna learn this year.
You're gonna learn today.
Y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. Oh, you think it can't get any worse? Oh, you think it can't get any crazier? That's what 2020 taught us. Everyone went into the year so optimistic, clear vision. It was just perfectly written script. 2020, the year of seeing clearly. Everything's going to make sense in 2020. And it was completely the opposite. But so what? Because you're still drawing air in your body.
Yeah, I'm still challenged with the way people define.
Well, that's good the way you do it because it worked for you. I mean, I've told the story several times in here about the last real job I had was in 2013. I had it for 3 months. The first month was just training. It was selling over the phone. And my first full month, I got salesperson of the month in the company. 8,500 people there. I got salesperson of the month for the company. My first full month selling. And I remember after I had already gotten the award, I was in the break room and I was listening to my classmates bitch and moan about the company. They were saying, they don't do this for us and they don't do that for us. And this is jacked up and this is jacked up. And I remember clearly listening to them thinking, you know what? Everything they're saying is right, but I just didn't see it that whole month. And it was so perplexing to me. I know what they were saying was the truth, but I didn't see any of it. And I asked one of my friends, a brother named Clayvon, he comes on here from time to time. I said, Clayvon, man, I was listening to y'all, man, but I promise you, I know y'all was telling the truth, but I didn't see any of that stuff this past month.
Clayvon, one of them old names, right?
Yeah. And he's that kind of guy, too. Smooth old guy. But anyway.
Clayvon Jenkins.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you about him, too. But he said, Brian, well, because you was just focused on your work. That's why you didn't notice it.
Yeah, that's why I didn't notice a lot.
Because you was focused on your work.
I was busy. People were like, and such and such. And I was like, oh, really? Oh, okay.
It's true. It's going on.
I'm sorry. I really wasn't.
When you're focused.
It wasn't my focus. But that's one of the things that I guess I have to bring it up again. That's one of the things that in the review process for Mr. Rudell James' book, all of this happened this year.
Yeah. It could be the first time you were seeing it.
A lot of it was the first time.
But it did happen, though.
I know that it happened.
So what the point is, even though all that chaos was swirling on around you, it didn't affect you. Why? Because you chose not to.
And I had to be very deliberate and intentional.
Living with me.
Yeah, especially living with you.
Man, Clayvon, you was talking about he's an old school player?
Yes. Clayvon got some British nights.
Clayvon would mess up the office, okay? Because he would say, hey, before we get started today, I just want to and speak up to everybody before we really get into our work today. I just want to tell all the ladies in the office, you all look beautiful today, and y'all have a nice day. And then, and then he go to work. All of you. Is that an old school player move?
Yes.
No one else would do that but Clayvon. I hope he's hearing this and Google algorithms pick up his name and he pops on here today. So what do you want? The starting point. What do you want to have happen in your life this year? Today's the first day of the year.
So what I want to have more success for my authors.
Oh.
And because of that, I have been doing some more studying. This morning, you were interrupting my study with shenanigans.
What shenanigans I do this morning?
I guess it wasn't shenanigans, but I was focused. I was trying to focus. I wanted to start a new morning process where I am listening to learning, not just motivate. Normally, my morning is a little ratchet to get the greases going, right? Then motivation, and then our show.
And I know this.
Right. So this morning, I was not doing that. This morning, I went straight into learning. I wanted to go into, he's a player from the Himalaya with Clayvon. With that name, Clayvon, right? Clayvon Jiggins. I don't know if Jiggins is his last name, but Clayvon. Clayvon Little?
Yeah. Like Cleveland Little, yes.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. So this morning, I picked some podcasts that focus on what I do and on the next level. So it's focusing on not just publishing, but also the marketing. Because I've got the publishing mastered, and I've got some of the marketing in place for many of my authors, although they don't always do what I suggest. But you know what? I decided I leave it there, the cattle did it. Here it is. Do it or don't. Do it or don't. And so this morning I was listening to a very boring podcast that was it was trying, but unfortunately so many things that have little nuggets of wisdom in there are not packaged with edutainment.
Or they have the wrong speaker delivering it.
Oh, I was listening to the speakers. Both speakers were from the UK, so I had to navigate their accents, and then you were da 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 da. Shut! It's 7.
You should have said something. Okay, it was 7, but you was watching TV. So.
And that's what you said. Are you watching TV? I'm not watching TV. I'm studying.
Yes, but my wife was at 7 a.m. I think it's a testament to your dedication to your craft. At 7 a.m., you're studying your craft on a Friday. I appreciate that very much. This is the world famous Coffee is for Closers cup.
Yes.
Y'all thought I was talking about it, but I really do have a Coffee is for Closers cup.
I my sugar pie.
He says, we saw clearly indeed. We discovered how important family and friends are and how grateful we should be, how important rest is. How important rest is. And rent is important too.
And how to maintain balance. 2020 showed us how God really wants an intimate relationship with him and not just a religious ritual. I think that's one of the key lessons from 2020, that he wants an intimate relationship and not just a religious ritual.
I even like how she opened that stanza. We saw clearly indeed.
Yes, we saw clearly indeed. I love that, just like I love the title, Nearly Perfect Vision. I thought that was ideal for 2020, which is supposed to be considered perfect.
How could it possibly be 9:14 already? We just started the show.
Oh my goodness, it is.
Just started the show.
Blurring past.
Let me say this. I want you guys to think about it today. And what is something that you want to have happen in 2021 that you want and you're willing to share?
Yes, Vivian, podcast for the boringly bored. It really was. It was like, but I know there's nuggets in here because I had looked through the comments and I had looked through the reviews and all of that, so I know they have nuggets in there. Right. But damn, could somebody sing, tap dance, do something, ring a bell, because I need y'all to wake me up so that I can hear it.
I had such a great compliment yesterday. I had a phone consult. One of the things I have done throughout 2020 is give these 15-minute phone consultations on how to sell your services. And so there was a lady I had never met before. She had heard me speak somewhere on somebody's webinar or something, and she scheduled her time. And I am very careful to always ask, did you get any value today? What value did you get out of our time spent? And she goes, Brian, I feel so much more confident in my ability to tell people what I do. Bing! That's what I'm going for. I am going forward to try to help people feel confident. She said, I feel so much more confident now about being able to tell people what I do. I am the sales confidence coach, and I'm going to bang that drum hard all year, 2021, bang the drum of the sales confidence coach.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm going to work with Brian today as well to capitalize on this great training that he's just given in the last month of the year. I'm going to work with him to capitalize on it. Some of you missed it. He is not going to give these hours again for free. He's not. But we are going to make it accessible for you. And this is, I haven't even told him yet this, but I heard the podcast. I mean, I heard the trainings. I heard 3 of them, 3 of the 4 trainings, and they were all chock full of very actionable content that can move you from where you are to the next place. But the thing is, he can't keep doing this for free. He cannot give an hour worth of training for free, but you can benefit from the training that's already given. So just stay tuned and watch for the links. The replays will be made available to you so that you can take advantage of the training that you may have missed and still move forward into your 2021 with the skills that he shared in those 4 sessions. We'll choose the best of the best because they were all the same message, right? And we'll go ahead and make that available for replay.
Actually, so I'm kind of glad you said that because, so many times the artist, Erykah Badu has a lyric in Tyrone. Okay, and y'all all know the lyric she says in the beginning. She's talking to her audience. Now, keep in mind, I'm an artist.
So I'm sensitive about my shit. I have started. Now, let me tell you something. That's so funny that you mentioned that because I have adopted that. Okay. Especially when I'm talking to a new client about something from the creative side of what I do. Okay. Now, I'm not as sensitive about much of the logistical. Just like that. Okay. Just like that. I said, all right, I'm getting ready to share with you my first attempt at getting this concept ready for you, but I have to prepare you that I work much better when you point out what looks good. Oh, yes. Rather than what you hate.
You're training them on how to respond.
That's right. I said, because I am an artist and I am sensitive about my shit.
Erykah Badu has every right to say that. She's a professional. She's been in the game a long time. She knows she's good. She's really good. So she has every right to say that. I have every right to say that too. And I'm happy you said that because, and here's the other thing too. I am my harshest critic. My harshest critic I am. Sometimes every time when I finish giving a training, I think about, I should have said this or I should have said that. Okay. Dang, I left that out. Or I could have did that a little bit better. So I always do that to myself after the trainings are over. But then when I look at what people say about it, they're floored. They think it was great. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but I think that's important. I think that also that for me it is important. It's an important part of how I select my clients, how I accept my clients. Because thank you, Nala. She says Mr. Brian always has rich, actionable content. Absolutely, he does. Yeah, Vivian, listening to that podcast did feel like digging for cheap tin. It literally did. And they were obviously, well known or whatever. Brittany says in my second book, Clothing Line, I'm going to continue posting my Brittany's motivation and inspiration videos every day, Monday through Friday. I'm taking everything that I do to the next level. Y'all think 2020 was epic, but y'all haven't seen nothing yet.
Brittany, I am so happy you said that. What a great and empowering statement you just made, Brittany. And I'm hoping others will follow her lead today. But think about Brittany Thomas last January 1st. Versus Brittany Thomas this January 1st. Because Brittany Thomas in February of last year hadn't had a book, hadn't had a business like the way she has now. She was making beads before that, and she was selling them before that, but she didn't have an online store. She didn't have a marketing plan. She didn't have a published book. But wow, how exciting it is to watch that.
Absolutely. So So for me, when I'm that sharing part that, I'm an artist, so I'm sensitive about my shit. Mm-hmm. That part right there has become an integral part of how I choose my clients.
Yeah. And you should.
because you can't work with me if there's no respect for what I do, if there's no patience in the evolution of creativity. Because creativity doesn't just, and so the project that I'm working on right now with Miss Deborah Cross for her book, you guys are going to enjoy learning about her pre-launch in January. Her book is Zippy Buzzy Bee. So we're creating the prototype for Zippy Buzzy Bee, and that means it's a physical, tangible product. So it requires some creativity. The first stab at it was really good.
I thought so.
Absolutely, and she did too. And but what was good, and this is something that I really want you guys to hear, is that in the things that she would have liked to see different, she still gave respect to the things that were right.
Something that we should all do in every area.
In every area, absolutely.
Make sure you give respect.
Give respect to the things that are right.
Is what do you want?
Handle this cold.
You're kidding me.
I don't have nothing on my feet. He just opened all the windows and there's icicles in the room now.
No icicles in the room. It's fresh air in the room. It's fresh air in the room. And you need some fresh air in this room. Okay. Lord Jesus, you're killing me. She said, I don't have nothing on my feet. Now, some people, I'm not me, okay? But somebody would have said, why don't you have something on your feet? But I'm not going to do that, okay?
Here's the slipper Nazi. I do not wear shoes on carpet. I do not wear slippers. I do not wear shoes on carpet. I wear slippers downstairs because the kitchen has a cold floor.
And then do you have the audacity to say your feet are cold?
Well, I don't usually have the icicles in the bedroom. In the office.
I never walk on any surface without my feet covered.
I know. You don't even take a shower without your feet covered.
I started doing that. I used to, when I first met her, I'd wear shower shoes.
You didn't wear barefoot for never.
Right. No, nothing.
Never. Good morning, Sonia.
So.
Good morning, Julie Ray. It's 9:22. We didn't get nobody's song in.
We're going to. I saw that. I mentioned it to you at 9:14. Remember? Karen Bourne, good morning to you. Julie Ray Haventry, good morning to you. What is Sonia talking about?
Sonia said, good morning. Wishing you the best in New Year's seeds planted in 2020, manifesting in wonderful ways in 2021. Amen. I received that.
Sonia,
I don't like because they're tight.
They're not all tight. Yeah, like every single sock is gonna suffocate your foot. That's crazy. Sonia, that picture you posted in the your story on Facebook of her, she's playing drums. She's playing like bongo drums. That picture to me, Sonia, just is such a fun looking picture. She's got these like two big drums there, and she's playing drums. And it's just a cool picture, Sonia.
I love it. I got to go check it out. Nala says that she wears shower shoes. She still wears shower shoes. Right. Well, good. And Julie Ray, thank you. She's with me. She wears as little things on her feet as she can, possibly.
Talk about that today?
Yes, maybe we will. Good morning and happy New Year, Brittany. Vivian says, love that married couple banter. I actually enjoy it, too.
Okay, what's our girl Brittany talking
about? Says, wow, that was awesome. All that I've accomplished in a year.
It is. Think about that.
Awesome. Last year, January 1st, I was preparing for my Women's Empowerment Conference, I Matter. I was just thinking about this time last year.
Amazing. Now, today, I really want you guys to start thinking about what you want to have happen versus what you don't want to have happen. Okay, I want you to leave that stuff back there. Okay, we have a friend, Lisa and I have taken several trainings with him. His name is J. Burt Freeman. We've mentioned him before. He's been a guest on our show.
Sometimes.
A few times at least, yeah. Mm-hmm. And over the years. But he's taught us both about consistent positive direction language.
Consistent positive direction language.
Language towards what you want instead of away from what you don't. Like anti-gun violence. He's completely misnamed to him. Respect for guns or careful use of guns or something like that.
I get that. That's always the one.
How about this one then? I want to lose weight.
Yeah.
Okay. Losing weight is opposite of what you want to have happen, but people say that all the time.
Yeah.
So he will go to regain my ideal body or to weigh what I want to weigh or to look the way I want to look. He wants you to change your language, you know.
Yeah. Now I agree with him all, I want to say 97% of the time. But I think that there are some messages that lose their weight when you give them from the positive direction.
See, that kills him too, because every client he's ever had has said that to him.
Yeah.
Even people that he knows, loves, and respects,
Yes.
they don't believe you can do it 100% of the time. No one does, but he does.
No. I'm not saying that you can't use that language. I think you can use a positive direction language 100% of the time. I just don't think it's as effective in about 3% of the scenarios.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I think. You definitely can. I think that it's a very it is a goal to aspire to.
So he says, "Thank you, my band. Yes, I play drums. Another stream of income."
Go ahead, baby.
How long you been playing drums, Sonia? Because you look like you was into it. We have another Miss Barbara. What's her name? She's 80 something years old.
Hamilton.
Barbara Hamilton, 80 something years old, and she plays the drums
this year.
82, and she plays drums with a group of senior drummers, senior lady drummers.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's 9:27. We are going to honor and guess. We're not going to skip it. We're going to go.
We're not going to skip it. That would be a bad precedent for the new year.
We're not going to set a bad precedent.
Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day.
Good morning, Miss Phyllis.
What we're about to do now, if this is your first time visiting our show, is some of you guys been with us for years. Our show's been going since October of 2016. Imagine that. We're going into our 5th year of doing this Monday through Friday. Some of you guys are consistent contributors. Y'all part of the tribe. And we like to honor our tribe. We like to honor them with greeting songs or greeting logos. You just heard Miss Phyllis's, and Miss Vivian has a greeting song, and it goes a little something like this.
Whoa, Vivian, Vivian Reed is here. Vivian Reed is here, and now the show can go on.
Good morning, Miss Vivian. Miss Vivian, you are so important to the show. We love having you here.
Lovely.
Our friend Beverly is here, and Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Beverly. How you doing, my girl? One of the things we got in our home within the past week that I think I'm so excited to have is we just got us a recumbent bike, a stationary bicycle, one that you can sit down on instead of standing up on, with a back to it and everything. And it's been such a wonderful addition to our home. My wife has been on it more than I have, of course, but she has. But it's been an addition that we have needed in our home. We have needed a way to do cardio inside the house and in between all the other stuff we do. So I'm happy to have that in the home.
Well, I'm glad. I kind of sneaked it on you. I didn't know we were going to get, you didn't know we were going to get it. And then we put it together.
No, let me brag on my wife. Okay. It came in a big box.
With 1 million pieces.
Okay, with 1 million pieces. Okay? Now, it came on Wednesday. Okay. Yeah. Now, Wednesday, I had 2 workshops to give. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I have to prepare mentally before and after. And I was trying to figure out how am I going to eat between and what I'm going to eat. And then Thursday, I had 6 clients yesterday. 6. Praise God for that. Mm-hmm. So I was telling Lisa, when the box came in and we opened it up and I saw all the pieces in there, I was like, man, I don't know when we're going to have time to put this together. And she said, because I'm thinking I have to help put it together. I said, I don't know when we're going to have time to put this together. I was thinking I have to wait till today or Friday or Saturday to do it because we don't have time. She goes, I don't want you anywhere near this thing. I'm like, what do you mean you don't want me nowhere near this thing? Because she has a history of being the tool belt diva. Okay, she has that in her history that she knows how to put stuff together.
I love to put stuff together.
Her girlfriends, all of her single girlfriends at the time back then, they would call Lisa to help them assemble, IKEA furniture or whatever, all those kinds of things. So I had
toilets, fixed dishwashers. Right.
So my first training was at 1 p.m. So I come upstairs and I'm using her computer because I spilled coffee on mine. And I'm in her office. I'm in her office and I'm doing my thing. And then after I'm done, I'm spent. Okay. I need to download or eat something, drink something, whatever. And I go downstairs and the bike is halfway done. Like, oh, okay. But I didn't say nothing. I saw it, but I didn't comment on it. And then I did the other one. And then later on that night, the whole bike was completed. So Lisa assembled a stationary recumbent bike by herself.
Yes, I did. And it was fun putting it together. I'm gonna tell you, it was really fun. Yeah, it was really fun putting it together. I love puzzles. I love putting things together. I love making things out of nothing or whatever. But it was misleading. It was misleading. I don't remember. No, not the instructions were great actually. It was the bike was misleading. I don't recall I don't recall using a recumbent bike at a gym that was so taxing.
Oh, it has adjustments, baby.
I know. I feel like I got it on the lowest adjustment.
I adjusted it up.
I know. I have since adjusted it down.
But it's still hard for you.
Oh my God, I could barely get through 5 minutes.
Is it a combination of the current physical condition you're in and the bike?
That could possibly be. However, it's also possible that the tension is that is difficult. It is very difficult.
Author of the net says, "Happy New Year. We made it, and we made it 365 days. Lord, thank you. Lord, thank you." And at this table we sit,
making it legit.
Because when Lynette hits the show, now we're going to speed up a little bit because I know we got comments that we got to catch up on. I see new comments, but we're trying to do our songs. Go ahead.
It's Leanne. It's Leanne.
And time is a wheel in constant motion, always rolling us along. Tell me who wants to look back on their years and wonder where those years have gone.
I love the gone part. I just love gone. I love it. I love it. I love it. We got Beverly. Oh,
Brittany. Come on.
It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany Thomas. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany. It's your time. It's your time. Yeah. It's good. It's good. We got Miss Vivian already. We got Brittany. We got Miss Phyllis. We got Nala. Nala la la la. Nala la la la. Nala la 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 la. Oh,
Nala,
good morning.
I have a daughter named Kayla, and I've always called her Kaylala. So a few times we borrowed your Nala la 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 for Kaylala. Karen Bowen, whoop whoop! I'm excited.
Morning,
Karen Bowen and I have a date today at 1 p.m. and I cannot wait.
Julie Rahamontree, find out what she means to me.
Julie Ray Hammondtree, find out what she means to me. Good morning, Julie Ray. What do you guys want?
What do you want?
What do you want for 2021?
The world is an oyster.
What do you want your life to look like? What do you want your business to look like? What do you want your relationships to look like? What do you want your body to look like? What do you want your physical health to be? What do you want to produce this year? How often do you want to produce that thing? What do you want?
Absolutely. What do you want? Hey, Sonia, good morning.
She's been playing drums for 20 years now. Now we're going to play some comments. Congratulations on your new bike. A healthy choice. Yes, it was.
Thank you. It was. Is Brian keeping you all thumbs? No, he's not.
I'm good. I mean, goodness gracious. Before Lisa, I put together everything.
Yeah, he also claimed that, well, I mean, they've confirmed it, that he did all the cooking. He don't do the cooking here.
I'm saying, this is amazing. In my last marriage, I did 95% of all the cooking. And I know I'm good in the kitchen. But Lisa does the cooking.
I do the cooking. I do the fixing. I make the money. I fry it up in the
pan. He exaggerates too. But anyway, but we both are handy. I'm pretty handy too. But I respect that my wife first off, today you said you enjoyed putting that bike together.
Yeah.
That was revelatory to me.
Yeah, I like putting things together. You helped me with the bookcase. We did the bookcase together.
We did the bookcase together, and
that was interesting working together on that.
Why? It seemed pretty easy to me.
It was easy, but handy people don't always work together well.
Yeah, we did pretty good.
We did well.
We have a 5-shelf metal bookcase behind on that wall over there. It's kind of tall and sturdy. It's very sturdy because we needed that because it's got heavy equipment on it. So we put that together, but that was pretty straightforward to me, I think. It was.
There was one glitch moment in there where we had to figure something out.
I remember the first year together, or second year together, we had to fix something on the car. And we did it together. We both got our hands greasy, working in the car. I don't remember what it was, but we figured it out.
Yeah, I love tinkering with things. I used to fix my car. I mean, I had a hoopty for a while. My first car was a hoopty. So I learned sort of where the pieces and parts go together.
Karen Bowen says she's the same way, Lisa. Whoa. Handy lady, yes. Beverly says, if the world is an oyster, I'm going to get the pearl.
Yes.
There's an old story. It's a network marketing story.
Can I have a water, please?
Of course.
And can I have my squeezy, please?
Your what?
My squeezy. That white bottle. Yes.
Your squeezy. I like
Thank you.
Now, for that kind of communication to work, you'd have to know what the squeezy is. Okay.
Network marketing. Go ahead.
The oyster story.
Yeah.
It's an old-timey network marketing story. Now, I'm giving you a bucket of oysters. There's 100 oysters in here, and there's one pearl. Okay. And that pearl is worth $10,000. Okay, here's your bucket. Now you take the first oyster out and you shuck that oyster and there's no pearl in it. What do? You toss that to the side and go open up the next oyster.
You get another.
You get another one. You check that one, there's no oyster, but you know there's a pearl in this 100 oysters, okay? And you keep going. Because if you know there's $10,000 in that bucket, it doesn't matter how many empty ones or ones without a pearl that you run across, because you know that there's one in there. So what you do, you don't do this. You don't try 4 or 5 of them and say, damn it, I've opened up 4 oysters and there's no pearl in it, so it must not work. This business doesn't work.
Right.
I've tried 4 times and this business doesn't work. That's not how it goes.
Absolutely.
Keep on shucking until you find your pearls.
Absolutely. Brittany says, it feels good. My book is now added to your shelf bookcase. Yes.
If you ever visited our home, when we know you're coming, of course, downstairs, it's a beautiful bookshelf we have. We have 2 downstairs, and one of them has primarily authors that Lisa's published. Primarily there. The other one has my books on it, and that's why you need to leave that stuff alone. But anyway, the other one has all our author stuff on it, and it's really, really beautiful, and it's inspiring, actually. And between the bookshelves, just so you know, we have my fish tank. But above my fish tank, we have our spirit rectangle built by Melissa Price and her husband, Nathan, that we love.
Absolutely.
Great analogy. Yes, it is a great analogy. I didn't invent that analogy, so I don't want to take credit for it, but I'm happy to share it with you.
I think that this year we kind of all got a running start.
Okay, how do you mean? Actually.
So I think it's the not the javelin. Is it the javelin that you go back before you go forward?
Or anything, javelin or an arrow. You have to pull the arrow back before you can launch it.
But I'm talking about it's the high jump too. The high jump, they go back, far, to get that running start. And I kind of feel like that's what 2020 was.
Lisa's so cute when she tries to do sports analogies, but go ahead.
I used a bunch of sports right there.
Okay.
And they were all correct.
Sure, baby, go ahead.
So, whatever.
Oh, she's so funny. She tries using a sports analogy. She tries to use a football or basketball analogy. Oh,
I used the football analogy one time correctly, I think.
One time correctly, she thinks. Okay.
I'm hoping for that relationship book from you guys in 2021.
Really?
We're not going to give you a relationship book.
But we are going to do.
We'll give you some entrepreneurial partnership books or entrepreneurial relationship books, working together with your spouse possibly, is one we're thinking to go out with a retreat that we're going to do this year, but not relationships.
Because
Not relationships.
It's so funny. I was thinking last night about my relationship with my wife, and every relationship I'm sure develops this eventually, but we have a language that makes sense to us that probably won't make sense to everyone else. Javelin, yes, javelin throw.
Javelin throw.
But there's words we use and phrases we use and noises we use that I think are unique to us.
You talking about scout?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I started doing that very early. Now, I'm never going to say to my wife outright, "Shut up." Okay, that's rude. I'm not going to say "shut up." I may go, which means the same thing. Or I'll say flatulate. Okay, and she'll say flatulate. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, for us, it doesn't mean fart.
Right.
It needs to explain further.
Absolutely. But what's so funny is because we always say flatulate, I almost forgot that it was elaborate. Like I was almost in a regular situation with someone.
You almost say it. It's your language now.
And said flatulate. What? Excuse me, ma'am? Oh my goodness.
Yes, that's what she means. Brittany's a book like that we feel we're more comfortable as a subject matter expert on.
Absolutely.
But we work together as a couple.
Absolutely. But we are going to be partnering with some other coaches that have strengths in some of those areas, because we do believe that relationship is important outside of working together. We just don't feel like we're the ones that we can help you with that.
To show you how to work with your wife and not drive yourself crazy, I can talk to men about that kind of thing.
I don't know if you can.
I bet I can, because I haven't gone crazy with you yet. And I've had every reason to be crazy with your crazy. Lisa's nutty, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now.
I am not nutty. I am perfunctory.
Okay, we can go with that too. Perfunctory instead of nutty. Yeah, we can go with that. But y'all do believe me, though. I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness! Happy New Year! We will be having some great connections. I had intended to do the first virtual networking for the year, but I forgot that the first was on a Friday, so I should have promoted it last week. So we'll make it the third Friday of the year. We'll have you guys connect together so that you can share your businesses with some of the new audiences that we have pulled together. We have a brand new audience in some of the networking groups that we are now a part of, and we're actually considering leading up one of them.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Some of these networking groups have been I will tell you guys, there's a lot of opportunity out here that a lot of people are not tapping into. And Lisa and I will be exposing some of these things to you guys. But I mean, the past 3 months, a large part of my income has come from networking groups that I didn't even know about 3 months ago. I didn't even know about them.
Yep. So we'll be sharing some of those with you. We'll be sharing with you the plans for the Empowerment Network and the Empowerment Duo for 2021. We'll be sharing with you all of the upcoming activities that are planned. We're going to take a little bit of downtime towards the end of January. So we may actually be pre-recording some shows.
We're going to get out of town, y'all. We're going to take us a little trip, a little getaway. One of the lessons I learned in 2021, and for the first time in my life, I fully embraced this. And you embraced it earlier than I did, Lisa. The importance of investing in yourself, spending money on your own development. Lisa's done that she was doing it before I met her, but I never knew Lisa. Never. Listen to me carefully. Lisa has never, in the whole time I've known her, I met her in 2015 in person, she's never not had a coach. Never not had a coach. Mm-hmm. She's always investing in programs. She keeps coaches, different coaches too, for different things. Yeah. And she's been willing to invest herself from her money and her time the whole time. And you know what? It should never end, and it doesn't. And she always keeps it. Now, I could go a year with no coaching and just think I'm the Lord of everything. Okay, but not her. No. Maybe that's why she's awesome. Because she keeps herself in a constant green and growing mode. Green and growing as opposed to
ripe and
rotting. If you think you know everything, you're on the descent. Okay. If you're always the smartest person in the rooms and in the environments that you're in, you need different rooms and different environments.
Yeah. I think I'm also going to go visit some of my de facto coaches, some of my former de facto coaches. Wayne Dyer has been coming up in my spirit. And
I love Wayne Dyer. Now he has a dry voice too, though.
He does, but he has
amazing content. Though.
He has amazing content, and he's got a sense of humor.
Yes.
He's got a sense of humor. And I want you guys to understand the importance of including a sense of humor in anything that you do, particularly if you want somebody to listen to you. If you're giving a talk, if you are talking about your book, if you are talking about anything, if you're teaching, you have got to include a sense of humor in that.
Let me speak on that too, because at one point in my life, I thought I was just going to be a full-time professional speaker. Mm-hmm. And I was going to a lot of NSA, National Speakers Association meetings, and all my friends were speakers too. Most of my friends were speakers. So I'm talking to speakers all the time because I thought that's what I was going to do full-time in my life. And there's an adage in speaker circles. You don't have to be funny unless you want to be paid. If you're not funny, you're not going to get paid. You're not going to stay paid anyway. You got to be funny to be paid. Period. At least someone. And if you fight against that, I don't have to be funny. Fight all you want to. You don't have to be funny unless you want to be paid.
Absolutely. Now, Brittany's talking about Clubhouse. I am on Clubhouse, and I have given a couple of talks as well on Clubhouse. I'm still trying to determine how much time, energy, and effort I want to give to it. It can be used for business networking, but it can also be a very quick drain on your energy and time, because it is one of those things that just sucks you in. And if you're not mindful as to whether or not if you're not mindful about how you spend your time, let me just put it like this.
Very disciplined.
And disciplined, you can find yourself entertained, but not educated and not making any more money.
Vivian Reed, you don't need a sense of humor, coach. You're hilarious. We've heard you make many jokes on everybody's comments, not just on here, but on my page and on my videos and on Lisa's. Just be Miss Vivian, naturally funny self. You don't need you can get a humor coach if you want to, and I'm sure you'll learn something. But really, Toastmasters would probably be the best place for you to do that. But you don't need a humorous coach. You're hilarious.
Absolutely. But I want you guys to tap into who and what you are. Share that. You're going to find that I am going to be a lot more insistent for some of the things that I have been banging the gong on, because right now I've gotten to the place where you can disagree over there. I'm not going to debate what does and doesn't work, because now I have proof that the things that I'm teaching is working. And so when I say something, and when I say that this is the method or the way that something should go, that's not to say that there's no other way. That's to say this is the way that I know works. And if you don't want to do it, don't.
So what that means, what you just said, your level of irreverence is rising.
Oh yeah.
But normally, in my experience, I've learned people become more and more irreverent in direct proportion to how much money they have. Yeah. So what you're demonstrating is you're making more money.
Oh, I'm making more money.
And the more money you make, the more level of irreverence people are willing to have. Like, for example, when someone has a lot of money, they'll say anything because they can.
It's called eccentric for a reason. You can't be broke and eccentric.
Yeah. That doesn't go well. Although there are many people like that.
There are many people who think they're eccentric, but everybody else just thinks they're crazy.
So when you get a little bit more money, you get a little bit more comfortable. You can say, look, see, you're the kind of guy that, okay, you can take that over there because I don't need it over here. I'm good. Your level of irreverence is rising because your standards are rising too. And the amount of money and the way you're willing to work has raised to a higher level.
Well, and more than that, I don't disagree with those things, but more than that is proof and knowledge turn into wisdom when they can be duplicated.
Proof of concept. You have that in spades. What did Ms. Vivian just say there?
Ooh, the indomitable Lisa Santiago McnEill. Absolutely, absolutely. So we want to know, what do you want?
As I stay paid, because I'm funny without even trying. That's right. That's right. And here's the thing about funny. I don't want you guys to get that wrong. You don't have to be a stand-up comedian.
It don't have to be put up.
It don't have to be. But you do need to leave room for levity.
Yeah.
Like when I'm doing a workshop or something, I'm gonna have a hearty laugh 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, and you need
even on training 2 or 3 times. I'm gonna find a laugh. I'm gonna find something funny 2 or 3 times. But we got work to do too. I'm not gonna be funny the whole time.
It's like a sorbet in between courses of a meal.
Or a story. You can tell an interesting story that could substitute for funny. Tell a story in between the work.
It all comes together. It's about the balance of communicating information.
They better not mess with Lisa.
It's about balancing, and a lot of people talk about how we balance the information and the entertainment on this show. That's important to us, and some of it is a natural banter that he and I have together, but some of it is also by design. We know that we can't spend an entire hour just point after point after point after point after point after point.
Even in our presentations, we understand I can't go 4 minutes without asking a question.
Right.
Because I'll lose my audience.
Right.
Okay. You have to keep them engaged. You know, I can't go 4 slides without getting
checking.
Them. Yeah. So
checking
I'm not
for
going to do
understanding, or interjecting some levity. And you know, the levity becomes the spots where the glue is applied.
That's right. It ties it up together, and the message won't be digestible without it. It won't be able to be absorbed without it. You got to have it.
And Steve Harvey talks about how you can, if you want to tell or teach anybody anything, make them laugh. You will make them listen by making them laugh.
Yeah, because they're looking for the next funny thing. You can say anything then. He's right. I believe he's right.
Yeah, okay. I absolutely believe he's right. And I have absolutely seen him use it, because I've even seen him tie some really serious stuff and then put a punchline bow on it.
Yeah.
Right. Because I got to get this into the ether. I need y'all to hear it. But if this were a workshop about anti this or anti that, y'all would not come to this workshop. But I got you here. You're hostage. Let me help you learn. Let me learn you something for a minute.
Back in the 80s and 90s, rappers like Public Enemy, they would rap and put in a social conscious message in it, because you'll groove to the beat, but get their message too.
Absolutely. Have some balance. That's right, Brittany. Have some balance. Well, you guys know coming up next is Coffee Time with the Coach. Coffee Time with the Coach.
Coffee is for closers.
And coffee is for closers. So join him at 10 a.m. We hope that you have an amazing, fantastic day today. Hope that you take some time to really evaluate what you want. You should be doing that and really focusing on it, and then we'll figure out together how to get you there.
All right. Take yourself seriously, please. Take yourself formally some of the time. I'm suggesting that on today, that you take some time either with yourself or with someone's help to map out what you want for this year. At least some places, some things, maybe 4 to 6 things that you want to have happen this year. Sister Leanne, thank you very much for saying so. We respect your opinion tremendously. She says, great show. Always, as always.
Hey, we appreciate it. And while you're doing all of that, don't forget to have sex. Even if you